So you and I were talking about Tom Brady, the new Tom Brady. Seems like he really got a new lease on life going to Tampa. And I hate to say this, but I like the new Tom Brady. I mean, he seems looser, more fun. I mean, where was this guy all those years in New England while I was just hating on him? Obviously, he kept beating us, but it was like he was like this robot, this freak of nature robot. But now he's just letting his personality fly. I mean, I like him. And I'm sure you saw him on the Manning cast on Monday night.
Yeah.
I really liked him there.
Yeah.
I think it got to be at one point where his three friends talking, and Brady forgot he was on national television. Unfortunately for him, because he's big, sort of disparaging remarks about defensive players.
Yeah. What was dogs chasing after cars?
Yeah. I know he was joking.
Yeah.
You know he was joking. I think most everybody knew he was joking, but you know who didn't? Defensive players in the NFL.
Yeah, because they're dogs chasing after cars. Yeah, no, I actually love it, and I think it was awesome to see. It's always awesome to see like great minds of NFL history talk to each other, because they can you can see the admiration for Brady and Manning, Peyton, and
you don't think that was extended to Eli?
No, I do not.
Although Eli got the best dig of the night.
Yeah.
When he said, "I really enjoyed our games together, Tom."
Yeah, but no, I do not. I think because Brady made a comment saying the same thing to Peyton. He's like, "I really enjoyed playing you." Of course, he usually won.
Yeah,
so
until the end of Peyton's
Right.
career. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's an admiration that. So these were friends. These were friends talking, and
it's disarming, I guess is the best word.
It's so cool to see, because there's comments made about how Peyton's jealous of Brady. Well, of course he is. I mean, The dude has 7 rings.
Right.
Of course, everyone is envious of the 7 rings, of course. But I think also Brady gets the respect. He knows that Peyton's place in NFL history. And I think that's why he went to his induction ceremony in camp. So the guys can talk, rib each other, and it works because there's a great deal of respect between the two.
Yeah, I completely agree. I thought it was funny that people were getting pissy with about Peyton poking fun at Brady. He's a buddy, man. I mean, they know each other. They know each other's kids. They know everything. So that's nothing new for any other friends that would ever be together. Just poking fun. And so when they bring up, what was the clip of Brady doing the 4 and stuff like that. It's the same kind of thing.
Took that in stride. He took that in stride. That was cool.
Yeah, and so I was watching Skip and Shannon, and Undisputed is the name of the show. And Skip thinks like Brady like was kind of pissy about it, but I don't think he was. He was just
Oh, man.
he took it in stride. Just all people, if you know each other, they just rib each other. That's kind of how it happens. I mean, but you have to know each other, obviously. So,
well, it's that, and also I guarantee you, everyone knows how rehearsed Peyton Manning is.
yeah,
There's almost no chance that he didn't tell Tom that's coming.
Yeah.
Because this is the guy who rehearsed Manning, is the guy who rehearsed the celebration of the whatever, the 500th cat, whatever. This guy rehearses everything, and he's just Mr. Prepared. I don't think he would blindside Brady with that, because they had that clip queued up. He didn't do that, and so they gave him a heads up, and Brady obviously gave it a thumbs up that, hey, yeah, let's do that. So I think that was very cool. And this is what I'm saying, that this is what I like about Brady right now. He's relatable.
Yeah.
As much as a 7-time Super Bowl champion can be relatable to the average dude.
Right.
Like, he's relatable. And I like it. I like it a lot. Still hate him a lot. Like this guy a lot. I mean, it's been awesome.
I hate him because he always beat us. That's the only reason I hate him. Literally the only reason.
Yeah, dude. So we did our ghost video.
And he's better looking than me. So I don't like that. But
we did our ghost video, and we chose Manning. And I know a lot of folks in the northeast part of the country hated that, but which is fine, because they're not wrong. I get it. But this guy, they got. If you were a New England fan, you got to be thinking, Jesus, where was this guy?
Yeah.
Where was this guy?
Yeah.
I would be, because he's so candid. He's so fun-loving. He's just like, it just seems like he has a new lease on life. And kudos to him. I mean, who wouldn't want that post 40?
I'm telling you, I think as much as I respect Belichick, it's the culture he cultivates over there. So it's, hey, my way or the highway. No one's beyond reproach, but I'm fine with that. But that no one's beyond that. But I'm just saying, let them be them. I mean, this is an entertainment sport, so I always disagreed with that, but obviously got results. So I don't know what you can't say, okay, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it kind of makes one wonder, though, would you have gotten those same results if you let their players be themselves? I mean, would they have? I think they would have.
Yeah, because he has the schemes, and then he could get more players there, and then
basically, he always got,
even though they're cheap as shit over there, but
they always got that stray player chasing a ring or whatever.
Yeah.
Randy Moss.
Yeah, I don't think Randy didn't even get a ring over there.
No, he did not. Who was the guy from San Diego, the great defensive player?
Junior Seau.
Yeah, Junior Seau chasing a ring. So, he got those guys who just really wanted to ring. But usually when that happened, it kind of worked out like when Karl Malone and Gary Payton chased a ring in L.A. Not so well.
Yeah, they played the Pistons, which was crazy.
It was awesome. But when, their system worked, but I really believe that would have worked either way, even if you let his players be themselves.
I agree. And I literally, so I watched the thing with him and LT. And LT's like, fuck you. LT's going to LT. He's going to do what he does. And you know what? Yeah.
it kind of worked out for LT, right? It kind of worked out for LT. Kind of worked out for the Giants.
Yeah. The best thing ever was LT, and so Bill Parcells was telling a story about LT, and he sacked the quarterback, and he was supposed to drop back in coverage, and he comes to the sideline, and Parcells is like, "You're supposed to be in fucking coverage, man. What are you doing?" And then the next one, they called the same coverage, and he goes and sacks, fumble, and they get the ball. And then he comes back over to Parcells, and Parcells like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He goes, "That wasn't the play." He goes, "I don't know, but we should put that motherfucker." Hey, some players are just great, man. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think it's so.
But you have to let them be them. That's the point.
Parcells and Belichick can be micromanagers to a point where you stifle.
Yeah.
I get it. Belichick especially has great schemes and everything. You want everyone to be on the same page. But when you have a seminal talent like an LT or Tom Brady, whatever, you kind of let them be them. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to, because they're better than you. They're better than you.
Yeah, they are.
So you got to let me that. But circling back, Brady.
Sorry, I know I went off on a tangent, but
I'm loving this guy. Against all my wishes, I'm loving this guy, and I just like, man, we could have been treated to this Tom Brady for a long time, and he still had gotten all the hate from all of us losers because they were always winning.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Maybe it wouldn't be so vitriolic if we would have seen this guy.
Yeah, if he didn't seem so corporate, essentially.
Right, because he was the ultimate corporate. This guy gave back to the corporation year after year after year. Now, hometown discount, sign me up. I'm there.
First of all,
that's this guy.
That pissed me off more than anything. Dude, so you're screwing your future QB classes by
because
doing
he could
that.
set the market long before Mahomes did.
Yeah, obviously. So why are you taking less? I have no problem with, and I think we both agree on this about NFL players. Take as much money as you can, man. The average NFL career is 2 years.
Right.
Take as much as you can.
Right. And we're talking billionaire owners. Yeah, there's some multi-millionaire players, but the average 2-year career, take what you can get when you get it, man.
Oh,
They probably have the weakest union of anybody. These guys need taken care of. It's the biggest sport in America. It is revenue generating. Take the money. I in my mind's eye, New England owes Brady at least $100 million, maybe more. I don't know. I mean,
for sure.
Guy, he sacrificed a lot of income. I mean, thank God his wife.
But fuck him, because he won, multiple Super Bowls because of that. But
so anyway, so I guess that's worth money. But what was worth money is that 600th TV ball that Mike Evans gave to the fan. Which he didn't know. He didn't know. That guy was actually in a Mike Evans jersey. So Evans gave him the ball. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't realize what the value. I think an auction house placed it at $500,000 for the ball.
Yeah. And then what did he get out of it?
He got some nice stuff. So he got 2 signed Tom Brady jerseys. He got signed Mike Evans jersey, Mike Evans cleats. He got $1,000 at the gift shop. He got season tickets for the rest of this year and next year, which is sweet. And then Brady said on Manning Cast that he's given him a Bitcoin, which apparently is valued at $62,000. So he made out okay.
Yeah. No, he's going to do all right with that. So.
Yeah, especially so. Obviously, because of the provenance, these signed jerseys aren't your ordinary signed jerseys. Everyone's going to know this was in lieu of that ball. These jerseys have value in themselves. So if the guy chose to sell them, they're going for more than your standard signed jersey.
So let me ask you this: Would you have gave the ball back?
I would have probably negotiated a little bit better, but yes, I would have, because I mean, look,
I would have said
he's the first guy to ever pass 600. Yeah, it's a piece of NFL history. I don't know if it belongs to Brady, if that thing goes to Canton. I don't know what happens to it.
It's going to Canton. Brady ain't gonna touch this fucking thing.
It's a piece of NFL history. I could be a selfish prick and try and sell it, whatever, but it's history, man. Let's put it in a museum or wherever it belongs.
I'm giving it back.
Giving it back. Oh, he also got another game ball. I'm sure that was signed too. So
yeah, I'm giving it back.
I've got a football. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just not greedy like that, so I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't negotiate really. I'd just be like, all right, whatever.
Well, I wouldn't give it right back to you. I'm going to get me something. Most of them, but
hey,
I mean, jersey crap are nice.
Brady bought him a Bitcoin share, so.
Yeah. Jerseys and stuff are nice. That's great, but I'm not going to just hand it right back. Hell no.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get me something.
But let's talk about how stupid Mike Evans just giving the ball up there. But
it's kind of obviously I didn't talk about Evans wasn't aware that where Brady was at. Kind of shocking, but I mean, again, look, if I'm catching the ball in the end zone, and the thing is, so he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. And then he realizes the ball's kind of important. So he goes back and gets it. So I'm thinking there he knows that it's 600. But he goes back and gets it. And he goes up and gives it to the guy in the stands with his jersey on. So he clearly didn't know. So,
right.
Yeah, the whole thing was funny. But I'm glad it worked out, because that ball does belong in a museum.
Well, it's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Or Brady's house.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think the Hall of Fame literally steals those balls.
Yeah, I don't know. So I got the impression just watching him on Manning Cast that it's up to him. I don't. Who cares? It's a fucking ball. Who cares?
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't know if you saw the bit, and you and I talked about this a couple weeks ago. And we especially talked after I watched Kyler Murray, because that's the first time I got to really see him. Running quarterbacks. So Ed Reed, the safety for the Ravens, the Hall of Fame safety for the Ravens, he's in your not top one or two safeties of all time, came out and said he's concerned about Lamar Jackson's longevity as a running quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he's right. So some of the guys talk about Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, to an extent, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. If you keep escaping these pockets, man, these are very large men who mean to do you harm on the other side. And I get it that, you're athletic and you can avoid those hits a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But you're not every time.
So
they're going to want these hits.
So So let's talk about this. So Lamar, I'm really concerned about because that's literally their offense, right? So
It's pretty much the entirety of their offense.
I'm really concerned about Lamar because what is he, 6 foot, 100?
He's a skinny dude by any standard.
Yeah.
I mean, for an NFL player, he's skinny.
And it's not even just like a big hit or something like that. I'm not worried about that. It's
No, he's elusive and he can angle his body to not take the.
But you get
load.
300-pound men falling on you all the time. That hurts. It's like a boxing match, right?
Right.
I'm concerned about Lamar. I'm concerned about Kyler is smaller than Lamar.
Look, so they list him at 5'10",
Yeah.
which is what it says on my driver's license, but that's me in heels.
Yeah.
So,
I'm 6'2" on my driver's license. It's all heels. 20-inch heels. So,
all sports, when they list your size, they exaggerate everything. This dude's probably 5'8", I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's tiny. You can see him comparatively to both his teammates and his opponents. This dude's tiny.
Again, it's it's not one big hit. That everybody thinks one big hit. No.
Right.
It's a lot.
As I say, it's not the years, it's the miles, honey.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the mile.
Yeah. So,
and I can tell you, with the older you get, especially, and it just every cumulative injury or hit that you've ever had, it builds up. It builds up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, and I'm concerned about your boy Baker.
Yeah.
Because he does this shit too, where first of all, he's not as athletic as these guys, and he thinks he is.
Well,
this is not a slight to him. I'm saying he's just not as athletic.
Nature. Dude, he got that injury tackling a dude who intercepted his ball. It's his competitive nature. He wasn't having that, and he went out and made the tackle.
No, fair enough. But I'm saying he does this a lot.
A lot. He's downfield blocking all the time.
And he'll roll out and think you can, because he just wants to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, these guys are big, athletic, and they will smash you.
Yeah, well.
Stop it.
Not
Stay
every
in
time.
the pocket.
They're not going to hit you every time. Because
but
let's say you're quick like Kyler Murray or whatever. It just takes a couple times.
Yeah,
it just takes a couple times. So I just thought it was so cool of Ed Reed, and I hope Lamar Jackson takes that, because Ed's saying, "Hey, I want you to have a 20-year career like Tom Brady, but you're not going to have it playing like you are.
No.
So you're going to have to rethink how it is that you do what you do."
Peyton Manning didn't have a 20-year career, and he would literally die or just fall down.
We've talked about both Manning and Brady going down like back of nothing, but they live to play another play.
Yeah,
that one play is not going to cost them the game.
Yeah,
just go down sometimes. And also, I think they brought this up on the Manning cast on Monday. Both Brady and Manning were talking about, instead of immediately exiting the pocket to either side, climb the pocket.
Climb up, and so Geno Smith. So sometimes the tendency is to climb out to the, if you're a right-handed quarterback, climb out to the right, and then but they're like, no, if you climb up, then you have the whole field again.
Well, not only you have the whole field, but you also maintain the blocking angles that your line's already set up. So your line's already set up to block to the outside. You push
Right.
pocket. So you climb it first, because if you exit out, you just change the blocking angle that your tackle has. And now the only way to stop that guy from just exiting the block
Is holding. Yeah.
is holding.
Yeah.
Is holding. So that's either a drive killer or that guy is right on you now. So the first instinct, their point is to climb the pocket, maintain the blocking angles. If you don't have anything, sometimes you go down like a sack of grain, you know. Sometimes you fall down like a bitch because you have to.
Look, these
it's
guys
the better
are
part of valor.
they're pros too. They get paid too.
Yeah, and they're very large, and they have ill intent.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
So it is. You know, you got to think. Well, all right, and then.
Yeah, so all these guys, I mean, you got to think long-term business decision. You know, you do, because I mean, this is great. So we talked in our picks session a day ago about Kyler Murray. He's playing well. He's playing lights out. But man, you keep playing like this, these guys are going to catch you. They're going to hit you. And are you going to play? Hell, are you going to play 5 years, let alone 10 years? I mean, think about it. Just think about it. And no matter what your coach is telling you, because he wants RPOs or whatever, you better think about that stuff, man, because it's a business decision. You want to play for as long as you want to play. You don't want injuries and circumstances dictating your career. You want to dictate it.
Right, exactly. A lot of things are business decisions in the NFL. I mean, you got Derrick Henry running full speed at your ass, and you're a safety.
What do I call him? I call him the chairman of the board, because this dude makes defensive backs and corners make a business decision every single week. Do you really want to get in front of this guy? He just cleared.
You don't.
He just cleared the D line. He just cleared your linebacker line. Now you're a safety or you're a corner.
He's on the third.
Really?
He's on the third level.
Yeah.
I'm sweeping at a foot, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's.
I'm gonna act like he juked me when he didn't even try to.
Oh yeah, dude. I just praying like he makes a move so I can fall on my face. Make a move, dude. I want to play next week.
I'm swiping at a foot, man.
Yeah, this is a contract year, man. Make a move.
And then I'll start crying about how my hand is swollen because I hit his foot.
Yeah, dude. So chairman of the board, Derrick Henry should be called chairman of the board. Forces business decisions.
Oh, he for sure does. He's one of the most crazy running backs I've ever seen.
Also want to talk to you about, I saw a report today that said Tua in Miami feels like he's unappreciated, that they don't really want him in Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking, oh, you heard that too?
Yeah, that's true. End of conversation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you heard that too. So they're saying they have terms or conditions to talk to the Texans about trade, which you saw them watching. And among those, they want his legal issues resolved. Well, there's no way that happens by November 2nd, I think, is trade deadline.
No, of course not.
So you got to wonder about their sincerity in wanting to trade. The only thing we do know, they want another quarterback. But do they really want Deshaun Watson? Because there's no way given the terms that they set out in public, are going to happen. There's just no way.
Yeah, so this is what shitty organizations do. Literally, I think Tua's played what, 10 games?
Maybe.
He's not been bad.
But he's not been good.
He's not been great, but how can you even? Peyton Manning went 3-13 his first year as the Colts, or with the Colts. He led the league in interceptions.
Still does 27 in his rookie year.
I think it was 28, but okay. Maybe Eli beat it. I don't know.
Holds the record.
A Manning holds it. I don't know how you give up on a guy that you really don't know anything about. And okay, I get the injury record and stuff like that. Well, why the fuck did you pick him?
I didn't understand why they picked him in the beginning. I wasn't impressed with him out of college. I don't get it, and I don't think
he was good with Alabama, but everybody is.
But it shows the ineptitude of the organization that they did pick him.
That's the point.
I think there were enough doubts when they did pick him, so I don't get it.
I can't remember who came out of his class.
If you're looking at me, you're looking at the wrong guy. Doesn't matter. No, it's like, is Detroit sucking to get a quarterback? Obviously, I think they know Goff's not their guy. Are they sucking right now to get a new quarterback? And is there a quarterback that's coming out next year? There's not.
No.
So they might be prematurely sucking, or they just really suck. I don't know. There's not winners in every single draft class.
No, yeah. Well, the problem is bad organizations are just bad organizations. It is. Right. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
The shitty organizations always do the stupid thing.
Right.
And I'm not saying, good organizations don't miss a pick or whatever, but you can just tell who's a bad organization, like the Jets. Jeez, Pete, they suck.
Well, even some good ones. So I'll give you the Patriots, for example. Real, obviously, great organization, right? Great. However, their drafting leaves a lot to be desired. Even you can go back as far to Brady, 6th-round draft pick, 199, I believe. They didn't think he was their savior. That was the luckiest shot ever in the history of the NFL.
Well, sometimes it has to be lucky, though.
Right. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you look at why they sucked last year, why they're not that good this year. It's drafting. They haven't drafted that well. And you're talking about allegedly one of the smartest minds in the NFL who's making those picks. We're not good at drafting.
Well, see, I'm going to disagree with you on that.
And
based on they may draft well, but then they don't pay well.
Who may draft well?
Patriots.
I'm saying they don't draft well, dude. They don't draft well.
Hold on.
And then they don't. Then they don't hold on to veterans. That's beside the point.
That's my point, though. Is they're just cheap. It has nothing to do with them being a.
Dude, there's a fucking rookie salary cap. That means nothing. It's not about that. They don't draft well. They just don't. They never have in his entire tenure, except for his lucky picks.
Okay. They had some of the best players, they just let them go because after they got past their rookie contract, they won't pay the fuckers. They won't pay them. They will not pay them. They will not pay them. They're like the Bengals. Just like, so Joe Burrow's awesome right now. The Bengals are looking good. Guaranteed. They're going to be shit in about, when's the rookie contract up? 3 years?
Probably got a 4-year deal with a 1-year option.
Yeah, shit. Guaranteed.
Oh, no. I don't know what's going on this year. Their defense looks good and all that stuff. But no, obviously he's screwed. He's a quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's clearly screwed. Maybe for an entire career.
He has no chance.
No, because look, so once his rookie deal's over and they go to negotiate, Joe Burrow is going to set the new tier. And if the Bengals
they're not going to pay him because they're so cheap.
If they do, they're going to eviscerate the team to do that.
Who's the owner? Brown? Mike Brown?
Mike Brown.
He ain't paying shit.
I think some of this comes from, and you correct me if I'm wrong. If you look at some of the shittiest organizations, they're the ones who didn't have their own money prior to being in the NFL. So the Bengals were founded by Paul Brown. All his money came from his earnings when he was coach of the Browns and stuff. And then he bought an NFL team in Cincinnati. All his money is football money, which is good money, especially now.
Oh, yeah.
It's all football money. Same thing with Davis in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
When Al Davis on, it was all football money, and then put everything he had in there. So these guys, there's the Rooneys in Pittsburgh. Same thing. It's all football money. But then you have guys who had their own money. Jerry Jones, for example, was
oil, right?
Yeah, oil.
Yeah.
He had his own money. Gronke from the Rams had money, developer, all this crap. So these guys come from serious money. Irsay's had a little bit of money for the Colts. They had a little bit of money because they developers, real estate developers in Baltimore. But the bulk of their income came from the Colts.
You're talking about Bob Irsay.
Yeah, Bob Irsay, his money, he was a developer.
Oh, okay.
Just depends on how much money you had going in. If all your money is coming from your football operations, it dictates, and I'm looking at you, Mike Brown, for Cincinnati, it dictates how you make decisions. Like, so I got to maximize the profit on my sole source of income.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what Bob Kraft's deal is because he had money from Gillette and all that crap. So
yeah, razor blades.
Yeah. Ben, you probably use. Well, no. Do you really even have to shave? I have to shave. I use Gillette blades. They're a small fortune. This guy's making money off me.
I refuse to use Gillette.
Yeah.
I use Nair. No, so okay, but that has you have no excuse with that to the Bengals have been so cheap for so long. That's why they
again, I think it's because their only source of income. That is the family source of income. So they've got to maximize it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, you look at let's say Glazer from Tampa Bay. I mean, this dude's freaking rich. He owns soccer teams. He owns everything. So, totally different. Totally different.
Yep. I think we're done here.
We're done here.